Okay, kids, check it out. So, Mike, back here with you now. I'm telling stories all the time with Santa Claus, right? Now, Mike, come on, let it go. No more Santa Claus, okay? It's over. Yeah, I mean, Christmas is over, for last year. We still got the bills. Uh, you know, anyway, it's like, just cause it's not Christmas time doesn't mean Santa is not working, right? Santa Claus. Pretty much. It's probably about the last episode you'll hear, you know, that name, right? Because if you've been attention paying, or do maybe some research, some little bit of looking up, you will see the story of Santa Claus and what is his fate. Yeah, you know it. Comet Ison. Where did it go? Fell into the sun. That's it. It's all over, It's the end of his run. Ooh, the Santa, you know, he's like this. He's the character we know him as Nick. Yeah, Nick and Maybell. We got that story still yet to tell. And pretty much I just beat in the punch. It's like I tell you the end, and so what good is the story? Because you're gonna have to assume falling into the sun is the end of you, right? Pretty much. Hey, surface of the sun and temperature and what? It's like this. Like, how could you possibly withstand it? Could not. There's no way. No way. It's impossible. Okay. And probably it's true. Probably Nick is now, sayonara. Why do you Nick? He's Santa Claus, and he's the one. He's been talking to Uncle Mike and telling him some of the stories, and some of the secrets. And still, Uncle Mike is talking. Still, he is saying, check it out. So cool, right? I mean, how else could I keep speaking Santa Claus rhymes, if he were undone, or deceased? Well, could be from memory. It's possible, You big dog, you swine, you mother. Oh, Mike, who are you talking to? It's just a joke, Just ribbing you. Anyway, it's like this. This episode is kind of special. It's like this is the last episode where, we're going to talk Santa Claus. Yeah. Pretty much. It's still, we're going to tell about the character Nick and in that story, and what else? Maybe some other names. he was called, you know. Yeah. So I'm talking Kutaka. Yeah. Kutaka. 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 Now, Mike, don't do that. Don't do Kutaka, man. Yeah. Kutaka. Kutaka. Who? You know, because he had some other names. Kutus. Kutus. Kutuk. 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 I mean, like it's a modern day poet. Cthulhu. Cthulhu? Really? Cthulhu? Cthulhu? Obviously, you know nothing about what you're talking about. How are you gonna get Cthulhu? No. Kutaka. You know why? The sound of it, right? The sound it is made of. The parts. And how it sounded a long time ago. Huh? What do you mean? I like English, you know? It's like you ever read Old English? It's hard. With these and thou and tu and us and these things that it's hard to understand. I mean, and that's not even Old English. That's just, a little bit ago. Old English, you probably wouldn't even comprehend through Old English. Maybe some, because base words, they're all there. But Kutaka. Kutaka. What is that? It's a series of sounds, right? Kutaka. So I'm going to leave that alone just for a second, so we can go somewhere else. Where else we go? We talk things like these, Kutaka. Well, we talk also of craft. Yes, the craft. That's right. What? It's human. The craft. It's for the children. I mean, you're supposed to teach to your kids, not hide it from them. I mean, what is this? Yes. Anyway, witchcraft. Well, some people would call it knitting or sewing or, all of them, all of the crafts. The craft. It's what humans do. When they can. When they can. Not when they may. When they can. Eh? Right? We ask permission. Say, Mother, can I? No, it's Mother, may I? You know why? Why is may? Why you say may? May I? She liked to hear her name. She liked to hear her name. Mother, may I? Maybell, right? May. And can, because there's difference so much, what you can do and what you may do. Yeah. So, there we go. It's a start. We start put back together the parts. Because up till now, we've just been flinging them out, random crazy talk about, all kinds of stuff. Physics, or religion, kind of, not really, God, maybe say that, but, you know, silly stories about Santa Claus and his reindeer, you know. Yeah, you understand, always, you understand those stories I tell about Santa Claus were not the same Santa Claus as the comic writer, Nick. We know that, yeah. Anyway, okay, so here we are. Trying to explain some stuff, you know. So basically it's like this. This episode is for these. To complete the triangle. You know, complete all three. Yeah. Because already we talk about all three, but most last couple episodes we focus kind of on two, right? Two impetus for craft. Two, you know, starting points, or not even starting points, but pillars for it, yeah. Pillars for what? Yeah. Pillars, call them legs, for a table, you know. A mesa, okay? You need that for what? Well, you need it to set out your stuff, you know, whatever you need to practice your craft. You want to need a table on which to do that. Ask any craftsman, you know, of any trade. Must have a table. Must have a mesa. You know, unless you're more primitive and such. You know, don't use no table. Keep your craft on the earth. Right? Some crafts, you do them down low. You know? Keep them in the dirt. Casting the bones. You know, certain crafts, they don't like be elevated upon, you know, any man-made surface. You know, they will not perform too well there. Some crafts require, you know, being done right on the earth. Anyway, more or less, we still need a mesa. And to support it, what do you get? You gotta have some legs underneath, and, you know, some sticks. How many? Well, minimum 3. You could do 1 in the center, but then think how big, and, you know, how big, and how will it balance with only 1. With 3 you can make pretty large and still achieve good stability, you know, you won't tip over with 3. 3 pillars, more or less. And we already talked about the first 2, and like they're the first 2 and that they are the newest, you know, the oldest one, the one that's been around the longest, you know, the first one that was created, or, you know, carved or whatever. Well, you know, which one is that? We all know this one is math. Matteo. Yeah. What is that, Matteo? You know, Matteo. It's like this. It is the math, and it means it. You know, it means it. It really does. Math is, you know, it's not just 2 plus 2. What is this? That's boring, you know. Check this. Matteo. What it represents is absolution in containment. Absolution in containment. Complex equations, you know? How absolute is your containment in the equation, you know? Complex math. Is what it is absolute containment. Matteo. How absolute is your equation? You know, and the others we already talked about them, right? And Isabella. How precise, you know? Absolute is your resonance. Resonance, the note, you know? Bing! Is a bell, you know, when he's struck. Obviously, we're not talking about striking a person, but here you have them, you know. Absolute containment, absolution. Resonance, you know. Absolution. On the correct resonance, Isabel and the Julianne, which is, of course, division, right? Division. How absolute is your proportioning, you know, which can come down to how fine is your blade, you know, and the Isabella, you know, the resonance can come down to how well shaped is your, you know, your instrument, and Matteo, you know, the math. It's a little more abstract, right? A little more abstract. No, not so much. Because perfection in equation will yield you one product. Yep. It's a ball or a sphere. You know? And how round can you make it when you smile ear to ear, yeah? How round can you make it? That's math. Math. How round can you make a ball? How round? It's a good question, you know? Hey, anyway, just for like a little side venture, I just want to tell you something interesting. Did you know these? Up until just this last Christmas, like up at the very top of, you know, like the government guys, you know, top head CIA, FBI, you know, those guys, you know, one of their highest priorities, you know what it was? It wasn't minorities or healthcare or anything like that, you know? You know what it was? Catch Santa Claus. Yeah, catch Santa Claus. Number one top priority. Government secrets. Yep. Not now, not now. It's no longer a priority of theirs. But you know, it's okay though. It's just funny. You know, a lot of it's funny. Anyway, so where were we at? We were, well, let's go back to the craft. You know, and the craft for, you know, most of the civilized ones, you're going to need a table and a support structure. So, you know, you got to build it of something with substance. More or less, you can look at it like this. It's not like those three things, you know, bear all the weight of all the craft of everything, you know, and they are, you know, just support pillars and something. No, it's figurative. You know, it's not literal. What they are is they are concepts, ideas, concepts. Those three. There are three different keys. Three different keys to the equations. You know, to the not equations, because equations we automatically go straight to the math. Equations is math. But they are three keys. Those three, okay? And so we put upon them whatever we like. You know, whatever craft we get into, put it on the table. Hey, your mom will do it all the time, you know. She practices her magic in the kitchen, frying in a pan, and well, sprinkle the spice and spread out her magic for you on a table, right? Use your witchcraft. Check it out. It's the food on your table, and you know how you devour it. Your mouth, your ears. Which is which? You know, which one is food, and which one is substance? You know, because it happens like this. You hear all the time, you are what you eat. You are what you eat. You know, doctor will tell you, put good things in there, or I'm not threatening, I'm just saying. Can't stop it, only you. Can give you some clues, some help, hopefully. Anywho, I think pretty much you get the point, right? Where we are at right now with the story, okay? Story is this, with something entertaining for my nieces and nephew. That's it. That's all it is, you know, and probably they're gonna get bored with it, you know. They're probably not gonna want to watch it, the whole thing, or at all. Or they not be allowed, maybe. I don't know. Look, that's all this is, so nobody gets scared and does anything stupid. Okay? Because, you know, it's like, if you were, you know, asking God something, you know, like what would it be? And would you want the answer to be returned to thee? It's just a concept, the God. Okay? So, anyway, see it like this. What is today? Today is Sunday, right? Sunday, We all know Sunday is holy day. It's holy day, no? It's a day of rest, a day for the church. Seventh day, is sacred. All over the earth. Yes and no, but pretty much Christian nation is appropriate. Yeah, day of rest and day of worship. Day to pay homage and to look back or look forward. Anyway, this Sunday is an important one because it's a big Sunday for some church. Important Sunday today is the NFL, and it's where fortunes are made and lost, depending on who you are, I guess. A lot of gambling and stuff happen over the Super Bowl, but it happen all the time over everything, so no big deal, right? But for the church of the NFL, this day is important, even if it's already decided, because it is, every contest is decided before it begins. Oh, absolutely. No doubt about it. The victor, he knows, without a doubt. This day is mine. This day is ours. Our team shall prevail. There is no question. No question at all. There's none. I mean, it's absolute. It can be no other way. It's like, here it is, dudes. And each of them are looking, yeah, we know it. Cannot fail. Which team are you talking about, Uncle Mike? Which team do you think? It is both. Or at least it should be. Because that is why we battle, That is why we fight. That's why we conquest, Have wars, right? Yes, football game is a competition with rules, right? No savagery, no scalping or things like that. Oh, that may be kind of cool though, huh, man? Don't you think so? Like, for real? What if we get, like, I don't know, like gladiator stuff, No? It's too much? Yeah, hey, you're right. Anyway, no, it is important, to recognize where we are at in timelines and such, and what is violence in sport, and violence, period, I suppose. What is violence, and why is it abhorrent? So, anyway, for the football, we got Seattle, Washington, Denver, Colorado. Should be a good game. One good offense, good defense, Make a good game. Should be exciting. Either way, somebody wins, somebody lose. More than just a team, all over the place, right? We do it, we get involved, we give it our emotions, give to the church, you know, our passion as well, you know, and we receive something back, something, I don't know, you know. I never understand so much this sport God. Who is it they're worshiping there? I can't quite tell. Sport God. Oh, yeah, mostly themselves. That's very American, you know. I got a good buddy. Answers the phone. He says, "Lord God McGill speaking. Do you know him?" Because I do, you know. Funny dude, that one. It's America, man. Kings in the castles. And beyond that. Anyway, it's interesting, right? Hopefully not scary for anybody, yeah. It's not the point to be scared or run away. No, man, it's about life and trust and education. Well, it's going to happen, you know. Education's going to happen one way or the other. We're going to learn things, whether by trial and error or by reading about, you know, someone who did it. Because maybe we don't want to do it ourselves. We just read about what happens. Not too much interest, but, you know, there are some things that, like, I don't care how many books you got. I want to do it. Right? Anyway, we thought we say goodnight. Catch you again next time, you know? On the holidays. Stories with Uncle Mike. And Kutaka. Always Kutaka. Kutaka. Uncle Mike, why? Why Kutaka now? Okay, I'll leave you with this, alright? Kutaka. 3 sounds, you know, three different sounds. It sound like this originally, okay? Check it out. Why? Why did it sound like that? Mnemonics. 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 Look it up. Is one of the N's, and the others are us. You got metallurgy and medicine. Now you got the three M's. And Kutaka. Kutaka. Its origin. And think about it, eh? Later we'll learn about some other sounds and how we got them and what we do with them now. Okay, check it out. See you next time.